Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Retro Gaming. And when we last left off, we had picked ourselves up, well, a crank. We found out what happened to Enrico, who is the leader of the Stars Bravo team. So, let's go this way. Looks fun, doesn't it? Always a giant boulder blocking your path is always a good way to get killed. As if our mere presence bothers this boulder, we have to run away from it. Now, I do apologize. I'm hoping this video looks okay, but unfortunately, it seems my hard drive actually made quite an impact when it came to capturing video, um, because I was getting a lot of skipped frames and stuff like that with my. Take care of him before I continue my story. With a couple of them doing just 30 frames per second, full. Uncompressed, so I'm gonna try the auto setting. Oh, I can't use this. Okay, that's fine. We'll have to come back out for the flamethrower, but you're gonna have a little bit of a boss battle here, and I say a little bit of a boss battle because this thing is a fucking joke, but it is considered a boss. This is Black Widow. Blow Black Widow's head right off. And you want to wait for the little tiny spiders to come out, otherwise Black Widow respawns. We also need an inventory spot, so I'm just going to eat that herb, since it really didn't matter. We would have needed it at some point anyway, I'm sure. We want to take the flamethrower off the wall here, and because there's one of two ways to get through this next room where Black Widow was. One is to pick up the combat knife that's lying on the ground, the sparkly sparkle there, and the other is to use the flamethrower. But you're going to need the flamethrower to get out of this next area anyway, so you might as well just get it once and be done with it. Alright, so if you come over to this wall, and I'm going to do this now, you use the thing here, drop the flamethrower, door opens, check. Okay, let's go to the next room on the area here, which is a storage room. And there's going to be a couple items in here that are pretty useful for us. The sparkly sparkle, I believe, is an ink ribbon. Yes, it is. So we don't want that. You know what? Let's go get this other first aid spray. Alright, so this is what you want to do. Deposit square crank, deposit that, take out the shotgun and the shotgun shells. Where is the shotgun? Where are you? There we go. Take with you the hex crank. Now I'm also going to... I need to... You know what? I'm going to pause, clean up my inventory, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. And now what I managed to do was clean up my inventory to the point where you can see it's all organized. All these herbs, guns are organized, and up here is useless stuff that we won't use either for quite some time or never. So take with you Doom Book 1, Hex Crank, Shotgun Shells. There actually are no more hunters, and the only thing that we're going to fight in maybe in the rest of this episode is a couple zombies, and that's it. So definitely a good idea to save the magnum rounds for one area later on. If you guys are familiar with the game, then you definitely know which area I am referring to. So the first thing we got to do is there's another hex hole. Let's use the crank. You got to use the crank twice. Now, the amazing thing about this is you can see this room is just vibrating to hell, and this boulder stays still the entire way. Okay. Now, you do want to make sure that you have two inventory spots right here. Alright, so this thing is going to start rolling once again. We have the magic touch. If this boulder hits you, it'll kill you instantly. There is no like, oh, it just hurt me. No. So here's a map of the underground, which is pointless to have it here because of the fact that it's pretty much over. So take the MO disc with you. And then we're going to head into the room here, which we open with our crankness. If that's obviously not a word, I made that up. And you can see here, if you step on this thing, the plate opens. This is very much like a puzzle out of Zelda. So let us push, Mr. Statue. Oh, about there, it sounds about right. Sometimes lining up with this hole can be a problem, so I usually, whatever it... Whoa, Chris, calm down. It looked like he was on crack when he was doing that. Whoa, I don't... It was like he was on super fucking pills or something. I don't know, that was weird. Push the statue over the hole and get yourself Doom Book 2. Leave. Because there's nothing else we can do in this room. We now have the two things that we need. And let's leave. Now, there are no enemies in this area, so you don't have to worry about any of them, thank God. Oops. And as I mentioned, I think I mentioned, I don't even know if I mentioned it anymore, I do have off from work until next Tuesday, so it's going to be a nice time to do some RGs and stuff of that nature. So I do want to remind everybody that the vote is still going on for the fan choice. Here's a picture of a wolf is carved in a round hollow. Well, I don't have a wolf, but we do have two books here, which obviously serve some function. So upon examining these two books, you find out that there's an eagle medallion in one, and if you can guess what's in the other... Yes, it is a wolf medallion. So let's use that. Bam. So back to what I was mentioning, and you can see here a picture of an eagle is carved in the round hollow. Let's use eagle medallion. It is still going on right now. I did a quick tally of what we're looking at, and Zelda has 4 votes. And the only other one with 4 votes would be a tie between Zelda and Donkey Kong Country. Final Fantasy VII has 3, so it's still there in the running. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has 2. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest also has 2. So if you remember, check out the video, and it has a whole list of games there. Obviously, that's not a complete list of what I own, but check it out. And then just reply with what you would like to see. If you don't, a lot of people were choosing 3 titles, but if, you can only come up with, if you only really want to see one and you don't care about anything else, then just vote for one game. Alright, so we got ourselves an inventory box. Let's deposit the MO disc, and let's get rid of the crank, because we'll never use it again. And just take with you the shotgun and the shotgun shells. There's going to be some zombies. You could theoretically use the handgun, but we don't really have a lot of ammo for it, and we'll probably have more than enough to get us by with what we need. Alright, come over here. No, over here. Don't you smell me? Look, I gotta shoot him in the head before the one that was closest to me. That doesn't make sense. So there's some more herbs here. Just what we don't need. More healing. And it's funny because Chris should be taking more damage because of the fact that, but he's not. He's tricksky. Alright, so let's come over here. There's another zombie, and he'll amble over to us eventually, blow his head off. The world is a better place. There is an MO disc right there on the table, but we're going to leave that one for now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to stop this video at the bottom of the stairs here. Thank you for tuning into Retro Gaming. This is Resident Evil Chris's Playthrough.